We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Merlin. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We're back for another Ordinal hour, and this one is going to be the best one ever. Why? Do I need to say it? All-time high. $84,000 Bitcoin. We are bouncing through it. We're at 84,123. Guys, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone who's a Bitcoiner. We dealt with a lot of pain, especially over the course of the last 6 months. But today, it makes it all worth it, guys. Congratulations. I'm just so proud of every single one of you guys. Really hold strong. You guys are in ordinals. We are going to reap the benefits of everything. Bitcoin's going up. Where do you think a lot of that Bitcoin money, the profit, the house money is going to go to? It's going to go to ordinals. It's going to go to runes. It's going to go to BRC20s. The altcoins era is kind of done. You know, like you can see that stuff going up, but we're going to see the most X's over here. And I'm just proud to be a Bitcoiner. I'm proud to be kind of a maxi because we stay on this chain and the layer twos and the side chains, and we really push the Bitcoin narrative, and this is exactly what I talk about when we say that. And I just want to mention that I was the one saying you're not bullish enough. I was telling you you're not bullish enough in August. I was telling you weren't bullish enough in September, October, and here we are in November. And I think everyone's starting to feel a little bit more bullish, a little bit closer. But guys, 700K is coming. And on that note, I'm bringing my partner here as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What is up? Happy 84K day.
Well, first, I just want to say happy Veterans Day. I know you, sir, are a veteran, and to everyone out there who's also a veteran, today is your day.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. And happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Definitely appreciate all the sacrifice. So.
Yeah, they sacrificed so we can see 84K, baby.
Let's get it.
But how you feeling, bro? I know we've both been sitting here excited, smiling, real big smiles today. How you feeling, though?
Yeah, I can't help not to smile. And I'm getting a little bit of those anxious butterflies in my stomach that I had last Q4. But this Q4 is different because we're heading into the official bull run. This is the start to the first big leg up in Q4 of the halving year into a crazy 2025 is what I'm expecting. So again, another congratulations from me as well to all the listeners, all the community that hung out with us and stuck it out and didn't leave and wanted to learn and get educated and all that stuff, because you guys are about to reap the rewards.
100%, 100%. So let's show the chart because it just looks absolutely beautiful. When zoomed out, guys, the weekly chart just looks absolutely amazing, amazing. We dealt with this, guys, so we can have this, right? So we deal with the pain so we can have the pleasure, and that's kind of crypto. That's the definition of crypto right now: pain and then pleasure. But I think this goes on for the next 6 to 8 months. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that we need to watch what happens here in the next 2 weeks. I do expect it to continually have this, you know, narrative of up only kind of situation. But don't be shocked if we see some pullbacks. I don't, even $2,000-$3,000 worth of pullbacks, because like the trend will continually form with this up trend in Q4. So I'm expecting to break into that 6-figure amount before January 1st. So we'll see.
Before the December 1st? I don't know, man.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I
mean,
feel it, dude. I feel 4 weeks of giant green candles. I feel 4 weeks of giant green candles and then maybe a little bit of a pullback with a red candle going into maybe the second week of December. And then boom, Christmas is amazing. New Year's is amazing. Going all the way up till Trump's inaugurated. And then maybe we see a pullback going into that, like a real pullback, and then up only after that.
Yeah.
But I'm crazy.
Yeah, and I was watching someone speak, and they were in a financial analyst for a large company, and they are also working for a new startup in the crypto space, right, for opportunity zones. And he was explaining that the Trump win for this election changed the mindset of a lot of huge entities, BlackRock, everybody, because wars are over. So the war hawking is done. They're not going to be able to make billions of dollars off of that. So now these large financial entities, they're hedging the new change of what the future is going to look like with Bitcoin, because that is like one of the most solid investments right now, because the whole globe is on board with it. Nation states, the US now, I mean, that's huge. So I think that's what we're going to start seeing, is the financial sector really take advantage of Bitcoin being the strong narrative heading into 2025.
100%. First you see retail enter it, then you see companies. And speaking of companies, you see MicroStrategy buys another 21,200 Bitcoin today, $2 billion. So now MicroStrategy Bitcoin holdings now surpass $22 billion. They paid $11.9 billion at 42,000. So they are up 100% on their buys right now, and they're continuing to buy. There's no stopping them, dude. $22 billion. Like if this does what I think it's going to do, and I think it's going to do, an 8x from here. I mean, potentially Michael Saylor is sitting on, between 150 and $200 billion in Bitcoin.
That's wild, right? He's one of the people that placed a huge bet, right?
Yeah.
Another, nation state was El Salvador, and they kind of did it.
Yeah.
El Salvador's a little bit after Michael Saylor, but he's going to be known in history for really putting all his eggs in the basket of Bitcoin, and he's going to be reaping a ton of rewards from it, as he already has. So,
yeah, I agree. Next thing here, $90 million worth of Bitcoin shorts liquidated in the last 24 hours. It's probably more than that after $84,633. But shit, dude, every time I look at it. But we're probably over $100 million in liquidations. This is normal, or is this just the shorters are just getting destroyed?
I think they're starting to realize that this Trump victory really has put an effect for Bitcoin's price. We're not seeing the pullbacks that we saw in August, nothing close to that. September, August, it looks like it wants to breach 85,000. Goodness gracious. So if I'm someone that is a bear and I make a lot of my money off of shorting, I'm scared to even take any position right now, right? Because yesterday you got faked out, or 2 days ago you got faked out with Bitcoin going back to, I think it went back to 79,000 maybe. And so it went to 81, maybe touched 82, and then went to 79, and they were like, oh, long squeeze, because I was hearing long squeeze actually on the timeline. And I thought, oh no, this is a long squeeze. And then all of a sudden, like Bitcoin said, nope, Trump won.
Not today.
And so we headed back to 82. And this morning, 83, 84, 900 right now, about to break 85. Oh my goodness, dude, this is crazy. This is just crazy, crazy, crazy.
84,700. Oh my god. We've been staring at this chart now. It feels like all day. All day. It's
I know.
been absolutely insane.
We couldn't even do show prep because we were just watching it go.
Good luck today, guys. It's just gonna be all chart showing. But there's a few things I want to get into. So this is an article by Benjamin Cohen. He's a bullish guy, but there is times where he's like, against alts. He thinks Bitcoin is the winner, and you can see on. I'm gonna show my chart here. So this is a chart from him. You can see that he thinks we're right here, November 2020, where we see this push up with alts against Bitcoin. So this is a chart showing alts against Bitcoin. This is not alts against USD. So I think that's a big part of it. I'm going to read this article really quickly. It says, with BTC still moving, it is still worthwhile to pay attention to what happened last cycle around this time. You can see alt BTC pairs were rejected from the bull market support band in November of 2020 before bottoming a month later. The reason they were rejected is because Bitcoin stole the spotlight again. And when BTC moves, the rest of the market will often sit back and watch. This does not mean alts don't go up. It just means some of them may have a hard time keeping up with Bitcoin until Bitcoin cools off. Still think with BTC dominance at 60%, diversifying can make sense as not all alts will have to bottom at the same time against BTC, but there's still a chance that alt BTC pairs drop into December 2024, just like they did in 2016 and 2020. Your thoughts, Yagobi?
The correlation between Bitcoin dominance and alts, I'm not super well versed in that, right? So I don't know if we're gonna have something similar to the last bull run. I think that's probably a safe bet. The biggest difference is there's two huge variables here for this cycle, and it probably gives more focus on Bitcoin than anything. And it's the Bitcoin ETF, and then also Trump, speaking about adding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve for the US government, right? So Bitcoin is probably going to get more shine. So I could see something like that, or even a little bit more. But I do think, this guy is an expert at it, Benjamin Cohen, right? He's known for just getting Bitcoin dominance right, so I would probably follow what his prediction is here, his speculation, because this is his field. I feel like he's known for this. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see something similar.
Yeah, for sure. I'm hoping we don't, though. I kind of hope alts and Bitcoin kind of rise together. But who knows? It's not a bad thing, though. I mean, we're kind of accustomed to Bitcoin goes up first, and then Ethereum, and then the large caps, and then the small caps, and then the degen, and then back to Bitcoin. So right now we're seeing Bitcoin. So I think we have, probably another couple weeks of Bitcoin before we see an Ethereum bust up. And then once we see a Ethereum bust up, you're going to see Cardano, Polkadot, XRP, and those guys go up. And then to jump into some lower caps, and then I think I consider us lower caps, right, in that range. Or would you?
What do you mean, like the Bitcoin ecosystem?
Yeah,
for sure. The people that know about the Bitcoin ecosystem plays have done a lot of deep research the past year, right? So the newer people are the people like coming back to crypto. They don't really know about it, but once they do, that's whenever we'll probably see some really competing tokens and stuff that jump into that higher market cap. But for the most part, you're right. I mean, there are low cap, high risk viewed as, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. So this is a message from Anderson Horowitz, A16Z. Strike while the crypto iron is hot under Trump. So he's saying you have an opportunity right now. If you're building in crypto, get out there, push your products out, get out there now. Is that what you get from this message from Anderson Horowitz?
I do, but I also think he could be speaking to investors as well, right? So, just do your research, get in now before it explodes in 2025, right? So, I mean, that's a message I think for every bull run, but this one's a little special, extra cherry on top, because Trump won plus ETF. So this could be that super cycle that we were talking about the entire time of 2023, and we had to try to figure out, will it be the left translated? Will it end at the end of 2024 or early 2025, or will it be the super cycle? And I think we can all agree that we are expecting a super cycle now that could extend outside of 2025.
Yeah, 2026 could definitely be a year. And we do have Standard Chartered Bank comes out and says Bitcoin and crypto market could hit 10 trillion by 2026. I mean, this is kind of my number here. I'm thinking Bitcoin hits 700K But Standard Charters is agreeing with me here. So that's, I mean,
Well, is that a
big deal.
combination though? That's Bitcoin and
Now
crypto
I'm looking
market.
at it. It does look like a combination, but I think Bitcoin alone hits 10 trillion.
Yeah. So that's not what they're saying, but they're probably, you know, out
Don't
of the
say it
10
soon.
out of the 10 trillion, Bitcoin would they probably have it as like 70% of that, I think. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
60
Maybe 60, yeah.
dominance. Yeah. Jumping here. So, Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Bitcoin mining. Texas is already the home of crypto mining. It should become the crypto capital.
Let's
Congratulations
go.
to you, my friend. You're already there.
Yes, sir.
But do you feel that? Do you feel like Bitcoin is home there?
The everyday person doesn't really talk a lot about it, but I do
Yeah.
know from just doing research that there are mining facilities and there's a lot of just state and local government that are Bitcoin friendly and crypto friendly here. So I think that it'd probably start with these kind of states, right? The ones that are Bitcoin friendly, crypto friendly. You got Texas, Wyoming, some of the square states and stuff like that. But then again, you know, Detroit came out the other day.
Yeah.
We announced on Friday that their city government's going to start taking Bitcoin for taxes. So I expect this to be all across the US, right? But some of the states that originally were friendly to Bitcoin and crypto probably be a little bit more outspoken.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, jump into Bitcoin sidechain Cardano jumped to a 7-month high on Sunday after its founders said he would play a role in shaping the crypto policy in the US next year. So this is something I've been saying for a while. If you want good regulation, you got to get crypto minds writing it, right? So he's jumping in saying, you know, the rumor is that he's going to join the Trump administration in ways, not like fully, but in ways to help them regulate crypto in a right way. And this could be absolutely huge for Cardano, huge for Bitcoin, and huge for decentralization, because that's one thing that Charles actually believes in. And I'd be happy for someone like him. I haven't been always the biggest fan of Charles. He's very schemy and stuff like that, but I think he would do a good job writing regulation for the crypto and U.S. policies.
Gotcha. Is he schemy? I didn't know you.
Yeah, because in the book or whatever, he was like he was not doing right by Ethereum when they fired him. So he was the CEO of Ethereum back then. They were a company back then before they went, and you know, he was the head of it. But then Gavin Wood, who wrote the code, and him, they kind of went back and forth, and they end up firing him. And he actually gave all of his Ethereum to like people in his party. He actually says he didn't make a lot of money off Ethereum. He said he gave it all away at low prices. So he was, you know, he called himself like Batman and stuff like that. But back then he was very schemy. He wanted to do some stuff that it wasn't part of decentralization back then. So that part a little scares me, but I think he grew from that now. I think he is very decentralized minded now.
That's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have a lot of news with Cardano trying to be a part of the Bitcoin ecosystem. So that
Yeah.
could also help the Bitcoin ecosystem if he gets that role as well. So I think we got to look at it like that too. But yeah, we'll see what happens if he gets on the policy team or what. But I think they'll put together a solid policy team, because you have to have common sense policy for innovators and builders to want to build in the US. And that's what the goal is to keep the talent here for crypto. And I think they'll
Yeah.
do that.
I think, you know, an amazing team would be Brian Armstrong, the Winklevi, Charles Hockinson, and maybe like the CEO of USDC. I think that would be a pretty amazing people to actually write it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be people that say conflict of interest, though. You know, they would have to leave their businesses and stuff like that. You think they would
Well,
do
you're
that?
just helping write it. You're not joining the committee, right? You're just a part of the board, I guess you would say. The crypto board of directors and stuff like that, you know, or something like that. I don't think you'd have to leave your job, but I think you just give your opinion when asked upon, you know?
Yeah, some people could see that as, you know, they're going to probably give opinions that favor their businesses, right?
Well, their businesses' favorite crypto does well. So in that sense, you know, like, you know, Cardano, you know, Gemini, Coinbase, they all do well with regulation. So end of the day, any regulation is good regulation because we have zero.
Yeah. I just hope that it is from as unbiased as possible, right? Because I think that that's what needs to be important, is just setting the foundation, making it easy. And that's the thing, is that I think you have a point that they just need to have some regulation, the basics, and then
That's it.
you know, to where builders aren't afraid that they're going to get a Wells notice or sued by the SEC. So this is a good start, I think, if they do put a team together that has that experience.
just build baskets you can put these companies in, right? Like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, so people understand what they're investing in. You know, I think that's the biggest deal. We don't know if Aave is a tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3. Like, you just don't know these decentralized smart contracts where they fit into regulation, and they all could fit. So that's the only thing.
Absolutely.
Let's go to FTX here. They sue Binance and ex-CEO Chen Zhangpao or Zhao, CZ as we know.
Chang Peng
seeking-
Zhao, yeah.
Sorry, I'm terrible with names. CZ seeking 1.8 billion. This to me just seems like a money grab here. This is obviously, it's not Sam Bankman-Fried and them. This is the team that took over FTX, the bankruptcy team. So they're just trying to sue them for 1.8 billion. At the end of the day, that's nothing for Binance, especially now as their holdings are growing. So
I don't know, man. $1.8 billion is a lot of money, in my opinion. Right. So
Yeah.
I just don't think that FTX has. I mean, I don't know. I need to do further research into this, what exactly they're trying to sue them on.
Yeah.
I would imagine it would be probably market manipulation to bring down FTX, right? And so if that's the case, I think they're going to have a hard time. But I don't know what facts they have and all that stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
100%. This is pretty funny. Notorious Bitcoin skeptic Peter Schiff is bull posting about ordinals. He has his own collection, and he's bullish on, but you know why he's bullish on ordinals? Because he hates the maxis, and the maxis hate ordinals.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's his FU to the maxis, but like, I'm graffitiing on your chain. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, and remember we were there in the space whenever I think it was Leonidas and Trevor brought him on, and he spoke about it, and he had this artist that was doing like a actual tangible product with it, with the ordinal, and so you get to receive the art piece and all that stuff. So I think he's just trying to make some money here and trying to be a part of this Bitcoin rise up. And he can't really say anything about it because Trump won and he knows where Bitcoin's going, right? So
Yep, I agree. Asset manager Bernstein urges investors to add exposure to Bitcoin and crypto as soon as possible. This came out this morning about an hour and a half ago. They're urging all their clients and investors, hey, the Bitcoin is where you should be right now. And this is monstrous, dude.
Yeah, this is another reason why I've been saying that these banking institutions are really hedging with Bitcoin. They don't know what the future holds for a lot of them owning all these companies. They have like this parent company that they're like 51% or more invested in. So they have say on the board and stuff. And they have a lot of companies like that. And so the future could be, you know, a totally different outlook. So I think a lot of them are hedging with Bitcoin and getting their clients to buy in.
Yeah, I mean, how do you make your clients happy? You make the money, right?
Exactly.
How do you make your investors happy? You make the money. And right now, Bitcoin's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. And you're either in it or you're out. Like, there's no really in between. So
100%.
All right, let's get into that Bitcoin fear and greed. So last week we were at a 70. Yesterday we were at a 78. I'm going to give you a hint. We're in between there. I think we should be a lot higher. I don't know why.
75?
Pretty close. We were at a 70. Why ain't my screen showing? There it is.
Oh, you said in between. I should have just did the half there. Uh-oh, I think I might have lost Shizzy here. Or is it me? Nope, it's Shizzy because I see Patty Poo. What's up? What's up? He's coming back in.
I'm back, I think. Let me remove these. My bad. I don't know what happened there. Can you see me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
All right, so let me show my screen here. Yeah, for some reason I shared my screen and it kicked me. That's weird. Let me share my screen again. There we go. So we're at a 76. So it's pretty big. I think we get into the further green here, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially with today. I mean, come on. We're at 84,800, about to breach 85,000. Yeah. I don't even know when Bitcoin stops today. Right. So like when I do TA, we were talking about it. I don't even know what to say except for up, guys, it's going up. Bitcoin's going up. So I mean, it's not real TA, it's just kind of going over everything. But like, yeah, so it's yeah, this is gonna be higher tomorrow and the next day, I imagine.
When do you see 90s? You see 90s this week?
First we need to get to 80s, right? So let's get to 80s first. I think we see 90s when we get to 90,000.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right, let's get into that Bitcoin price action brought to you by the great people at BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be one of the leading leverage trading platforms in the entire Bitcoin ecosystem. Why is that? That is because you're going to be able to trade every asset you can possibly dream of that is in the Bitcoin ordinal ecosystem. Potentially, you're going to be able to trade Mr. Yen. I know there was a partnership with that. That makes me excited because that's the degen as possible degen. But BitPerp is going to do a lot of great things. And right now, you can do the paper trading contest. It's actually at bitperp.io, and you're able to trade. Oh, look at that trade by Yagobi! But you're able to trade paper trade and have some fun. You do not lose anything besides the $10,000 that it gives you in paper trading. It's fun and exciting, and you're earning points. You definitely want to airdrop hunt right now, guys, because a lot of these tokens that you potentially get airdrop now could down the line be, could be life changing. So, and this is all rewards. You've seen that last cycle, and you're probably going to see that again. But definitely look at bitperp.io.
Especially the main leverage and perps decks in the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? So that could be a really good airdrop there. But before we get into the Bitcoin price action, guys, if you are on the YouTube side, please smash that like for us and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you know when we go live. On the X side, hit that like for us as well, and share this space for us if you don't mind, so we can educate and onboard as many people to the Bitcoin ecosystem as possible. But hey, let's take a look at Bitcoin's price action brought to you guys by BitPerp. You can see here up only starting from let's see, about 2 days ago, really. No, but on the serious note, let's take a look here at the stochastic RSI. We just entered the overbought territory, barely crossing over the 80 point mark there. So I think we're going to be hanging out here for a bit, man. Going back and forth, possibly 84.5 to possibly breaking 85,000. I mean, it looks like we're right there. And you can see the MACD on the hour chart is showing strength. It just opened back up. So there was a little bit of uncertainty here in the middle. You could see it went, green, red, green, red, green, and then a little bit of red, and it said, nope, we're going to 84,000. And that's what happened this morning. So for the second half of the day, I did say, I think we're going to breach 85,000. And it looks like we're right there. So really, I think just keep our eye on it. We could continue this uptrend further, man. It's really hard to tell right now whenever you're in this type of bullish sentiment of where it's going to go, right? Especially in the short term. But if you look here on the 8-hour chart, which gives us more of a week and a half kind of outlook, you can see here, it looks really good. It opened back up on the MACD here. We've been in overbought for a while, but it doesn't matter because we are in that first leg up here for Bitcoin. So, next week, I don't really know what to say about next week, except for, it looks bullish. We could see some pullbacks, but not anything crazy. I don't think we're going to. Some people are saying that we have like maybe a $10,000 drop still. I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think we're just too bullish in terms of, Trump's win and just the way this new administration is going to handle Bitcoin and crypto in general. So, yeah, looks really, really good, guys. But let's pull up the weekly chart here. This is something that Shizzy really likes to see. You can see it's a beautiful green candle here. But look at this. This is the part that I really love on the weekly chart. I mean, this MACD looks marvelous, right? I mean, it's just opened up here. We can see the strength with the green bars here, one after another, just taller. And we could have a crazy November with an even crazier December with a close to the year, breaking through that $100,000 mark, and then maybe some pullback in the beginning of next year. But I don't want to look too far. We all know in the bull market year 2025 that we're going to probably have a great spring and a great fall/winter. So just get ready, guys, because we have been patient this entire time and we have arrived.
Summer is coming. Summer is coming. Would you say we're in crypto summer? Is this the
crypto summer? You mean DeFi summer?
Crypto summer. I mean,
I no, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We'll see next year. I think we'll probably have some fun times next year. I'll just say that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's kind of get into wrong paper. All right, let's get into the roll call. One
Let's
of my
get
favorite
it.
parts of the show here. Let's see who is here. We got Bitmap Gallery in that first spot. You win today. I know there was a lot of people who got sent to the graveyard. I wasn't able to grab those names. I apologize. But for some reason, I woke up today and YouTube cut all you guys that commented before today. I don't know why, but shout out to Bitmap Gallery, Lackey Lukey in the number 2 spot. Patrick Nand in the building. Let's go, Patrick. You've been here every day, my friend. Thank you so much. And then we got the twins, Ordinals Chips and Ordinals Tweets. Shout out to both of you guys. Mempool Punk is here, almost done, 71. Green. Happy face. Let's go. Almost done. Cheaty is here. That's our guy right there. That's our guy. Shout out to Cheaty. Steamy J is here. Nighthawk says GM 700K is near.
Let's go.
I love Nighthawk, bro. I love Nighthawk.
He's always always with it, right? I love it.
Always with it. Nagi is here. Shout out to Nagi. We're talking about you earlier, man. We appreciate you here every single day. Chief Axel is here again. Another one of our guys.
OG.
Man. And then Joko, Chain Watcher, both you guys, absolutely amazing. Joko says, what a start. What a great start into the new week. Shout out to you, my friend. Kamal says, hey, Shizzy, when Glizzy, 1 billion. Tuesday. It'll be a Tuesday. I don't know what Tuesday, but it'll be a Tuesday. No says, oh, yeah, baby. Macho Man, Randy Savage voice. Shout out to you, my friend. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joko's here. He's like, do you guys know if PSYOP is alive, is listed? I don't know. PSYOP is one of those things where I think we're getting PSYOPed into thinking that it's dropping. But Sixes is here. Should we be cuckoo for hoo-hoo? Dude, me and Yagobi, you were talking about that earlier. We're thinking about going harder in the hoo-hoo. We got about $1,000 in there with our corporate account, and we're thinking about going a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, it's sitting at $883,000 market cap, so it's right under $1 million. But you have to remember, this was the first meme token on Merlin, and Merlin Swap has kind of taken it under its wing, so it's not going anywhere. And its main pair is with wrapped BTC, so you have to imagine, that BTC is probably flowing in and purchasing more hoo-hoo for the liquidity pools, right? So, I think that in the middle of the bull run, when things are hot in April, and Merlin has a lot of activity. Remember, it's been a top volume Bitcoin sidechain for the past year. I think this easily is at like 30 to between 30 and $100 million market cap, but we'll see.
I agree. Tim Baker, AOD Art, my guys. Now we talking. Quanta Dro says, hey guys, can you please explain to me why I can't get FB on Unisat? It let me bridge BTC, but I don't have FB for gas, so I can't swap anything. Yeah, dude, all you got to do, you can use dot swap to get gas. Reach out to me. I can send you an FB so that you have some gas. So reach out to me if you want to put your address in here. I don't know if I can grab it. Like Maddie, for some reason, was able to grab addresses from here, but I can't. So I don't know if you can. But I don't really know. Maybe it was like a guest thing. I'm not sure. But yeah, put your address here. I'll send you some FB. If not, just DM me at ShizzySats. ASAP Benji is here. Quantum Joe again. He says, now my SBTC stuck in my wallet. Yeah, it's not stuck in your wallet. You just need gas to move it. Just like I said, reach out. Roll call. Renstorm Music is here. Shout out to you, my friend. Roll call. Some Dut Sharma is here. Hi, Shizzy. What's up, Some Dut? I Walk Alone is here. Patty Poo, our Bitcoin machine himself. I Walk Alone says, rich already. Let's effing go. Smash that like button and share. Shout out to you, my friend. Rick G says, long live Cat 20, BTC, and Ordinal Revolution. Shout out to Rick G. And then we got the coach here. Cash Cat says, GM, coffee and the donuts and the dog go to the moon. Shout out to Coach Cats. As
Can't
we like
start our week without that.
Shout out to you, my friend. Danny Boy, one of our mods. We appreciate you so much, my friend. Gibson Gibbs is here. And then we have Yasher. He said, I think it's time for me to spend some time in my private island.
Hey.
Shout out to Yasher. We got to get ourselves on the
rich.
Yasher's island. Matt says GM roll call, guys. Yes. DJ Sats here, GM liquidity for ordinals. And Yasher again says, just highlight it, Shizzy. Yasher, the yacht is ready. Let's go fishing. Let's go. I love you guys, bro. I love our squad here. You guys are amazing.
Hell yeah.
Got to all you guys, man. All right, let's get into some ordinals news here. We just had some breaking news, though. Snapshot date for Ghosty Tap is 11/14/2024 at 11 a.m. UTC, which is about 9 a.m. Eastern now. It might be 10 a.m., but that looks like it's going to be not tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be Thursday. at around I want to say probably like actually I think it's like 7 a.m. EST. So definitely if you have ghosty guys, you're getting that spooky, but I think it's like 0.4 spooky to every ghosty or something like that. So you will be diluted, but at the same
Interesting.
time you're getting the token. So
Yeah. This is their second snapshot.
I know.
They had a snapshot with the BRC20 ghosty to the tap ghosty, and now from the tap ghosty to spooky. But I think this probably solves a lot of their issues that they were dealing with before, but we'll see. How do you feel about spooky though? Are you bullish on it? What do you think about
I've
this?
been looking forward to it. Like I don't want to buy ghosty and get diluted, right? So the spooky token I think is gonna come out. It's probably gonna dip off a sell off, and then I'll be able to pick some up. I think it's a tap token, just like ghosty. I don't know why they even brought ghosty over. I'm guessing they just wanted to get rid of some of the big whales that were in it, and they did with the burning mechanism and stuff like that. And now they're able to do that snapshot for spooky. So it does make sense if that was the reason, but it's still like I don't know. I'm bullish on ghosty, especially their partnership with Sets Pump Fun and everything with that, because Ghosty can really be that bridge to anywhere. Obviously, they're centralized in an aspect, but I think they're going to work on decentralizing it as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They have a lot of new partnerships and stuff going on. So one thing about the Ghosty project and their platforms and products is that they're consistent with adding new features all the time. The thing that has kind of hurt them is their tokens, because they just haven't really been strong with solid foundations, and a lot of that had to do with them kind of minting early and having early minters on the BRC20 side, and so that's why they migrated to tap. And then you still had issues, and so finally maybe spooky can kind of set a good fresh solid foundation for them, and then they can thrive with it, because the product and the delivering part of what they do, they're good at.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're great at it, and you know they have a tight partnership with the Tap team. They're in Germany. I'm sure they've visited Benny's office building a few times, so that gets me bullish on it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Ghosty. Definitely will be watching. This is news from one of our partners here, but 10 million dog staked on Fluid. Current APR is 360%. Fluid just increased wallet staking. Dog holders can now stake up to $500,000 dog on Fluid. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. Staking on Fluid is going to be absolutely massive, and you're actually seeing it right now. It's huge.
Yep. And I don't know when you grab this news, but they're already at 12 million now, 12.2 million. So people are staking their dog for sure. Fluid innovators, and you can see people are just very excited for what they're going to offer. You can see it in their token that they have, and people are that have the Fluid pass. By the way, there was a question on the timeline to the Fluid team, but they were asking, can I get the Fluid rune token with this? And the answer to that is, I believe so. I don't want to give a hard yes, but yeah. So, but anyways,
so for this vault, you're earning 3 million dog and 50,000 memento memore. And who knows, this could be like the low for both these tokens. Both these tokens could 10x from here. Well, maybe not dog, but memento memore could definitely do a 10x. We'll see. But I just want to keep you guys informed that if you do hold dog, I mean, you can safely invest it in a non-custodian. They're not holding your dog. You're not giving them your dog. You're actually earning by using the platform. So, and then, you know, when your dog is ready, you can kind of go to your staked, and then you're able to unstake. You know, I have Omen, Fluid Pass, and Billy Cat, but this is already done, and I've already unstaked. So you have to when the time is up on your thing, you can just go and come in here and unstake. And it looks like this time's up is going to be December 31st, so the end of the year. You'll be able to get your dog back plus your reward all in one transaction when you get it back too. So huge.
Yep, man. I'm excited about that.
All right, let's kind of get into last bit of news before we get into some runes wars. But Liquidium passing 3,000 Bitcoin in overall volume. This is a huge step up for Liquidium. Shout out to that entire team over there. They're out there celebrating. They I guess they Airbnb'd some mansion or something, but they were all toasting it. But I'm really proud of this team. I mean, they built something that I didn't think was possible, and it's running really well. I mean, they're highly used and they're sought after. So shout out to Liquidium.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny that the two most heavily used DeFi products on Bitcoin Layer 1 are lending and borrowing. They started off as lending and borrowing protocols. Liquidium still, that's their main business model. But with Fluid, you know, Fluid has innovated into staking and all that stuff. But those are the two that are most used, I feel like, right now. But there's going to be more to come, especially with Arch Network and stuff like that, offering a platform, a scaling solution for layer 1. So it's going to be interesting. And there was a comment from Yasher that said Liquidium really deserves it. Their service is great. I agree. Robin has done an amazing job. He's been guided amazingly by Albert and the BTC Startup Lab as well. And they've been here since the start. When we first came in, they were already here. So their brand has built up strength and trust and loyalty. So they deserve this accomplishment and milestone.
100%. I couldn't agree more. And shout out to Yasher, man. When Yasher says something, I listen because he
knows what's up.
He knows what's up. Pizza Farm, we will deploy Pizza Cal incentives for the Glizzy FB pair within the next 24 hours. This is pretty big. If you don't know Pizza Farm, they're kind of the leading, DeFi platform over on Fractal. It's pretty cool to see, but they're giving you Pizza Cal, which is their token for you staking Glizzy and FB, and then they take your Glizzy FB and they stake it and earn the FB. So this is pretty big. Shout out to Pizza Farm, man. They're really cooking over there. I was kind of bearish on them in the beginning, but now, they might be getting some of my incentives so I can earn some of this Pizza Cal. Pizza Cal is flying in price anyway. So
yeah. So they're also giving a reward in Pizza Cal, basically, right?
So what they do is you basically stake your FB and Glizzy to them. They take it and they stake it in the Unisat platform. So they're earning the FB, but giving you the Pizza Cal token. So it depends on what you want to do. You can stake it yourself, and you'll have to do everything that Unisat wants you to do. You have to lock it, but on their platform you don't have to lock it.
You just probably get a way larger APR.
Yeah, the APR is huge. I mean, for Pizza Farm and Glizzy, the Pizza Farm and FB, you're getting like 3,000% APY, right? So that's massive. And I'm sure Glizzy is going to be probably like a few 100%, if not maybe 1,000%. But that could be really, really big. I kind of want to check it out now, kind of see what it looks like. So I haven't been here in a little bit, but if you go to pools, all pools, let me show my screen here. Of course, it's not working, but you can see Pizza Cow right now at 33 cents. Dude, I saw this at 14 cents a few days ago.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of pissed at myself for not. Yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself. But you can see, so 2 pizza 10K. I don't know what this is, but the APR is insane. 479,000%. Pizza Cow is at 1,200%. People FB is at 73%. And where's Glizzy? I guess Glizzy hasn't been added yet. But
yeah, they're going to add it
soon. Yeah. So, and then all pools, you can see that Glizzy is still number 2 at 376,000, and FB Sats is at 577. But you can see Pizza Cow 130 TVL. So this one is definitely liquid. So that's the best part about Pizza Cow. It's liquid. You can trade it.
That's solid, man. That's not bad.
Yeah. No, not bad at all.
Great start.
Not bad at all. Good job, those guys. But let's kind of get into today's topic. It's a fun little topic. It's called Bitcoin Runes Wars. $1 billion cat who we've seen flying versus dog go to the moon. And we've seen it not flying. Like it's kind of steady Eddie. It is going up. It's definitely going up, but it did take a beat down over the last couple of weeks with a rebound this week. But $1 billion cats, it seems to be leading up there, and Pups obviously has been doing great. But what do you feel? Do you feel like the dog versus the cat? Who wins, bro?
Well, it depends on what your goals are, right? So if you got in obviously early, then you want to hold on for dog. But how high can it go? Because the dog versus the cat, that's a funny little play off of a dog and a cat, right? But also, I mean, Pups is really the one that's nipping at the heels of dog at 311 million, right? But I will say, I mean, $1 billion cat being at 132 million is a big jump up. And one of the most bullish things that I've noticed about $1 billion cat is the holder increase. This was at 10,000 not long ago. I want to say 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and it jumps up very quickly. Now, Pups was at like 9,800 when $1 billion cat was at 10,000, right? So 2,000, it's increased 2,000 while Pups has increased like 400 holders, right? So I just feel like the growth and distribution for $1 billion cat is really solid. Now, if we compare this to Dog Go to the Moon, of course, $1 billion cat has more potential X's, right? Because we're only at 132 million. The obvious goal is to get to $1 billion market cap. but we haven't had a rune yet get to $1 billion market cap. So for me, of course, I'm going to be a little bit biased. So, you know, none of this is obviously financial advice, and you guys know that. So we're all adults here, but I picked $1 billion cat to be the winner. I think long term as well over any of the top, but that's also just maybe a little bit of bias, but also the branding behind it. I mean, and there's a lot, the way they do a lot of their graphics too, and like they actually have like the glasses, tangible products and stuff that people have. That was smart. Once they brought those glasses to Nashville, a lot of people took those home. I've worn them on the show. A lot of people have them. They post pictures of them and stuff like that. So that's why I think the long-term $1 billion cat wins. But I'm saying long-term as end of 2025, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, you know, I think this could. You know, a lot of people see the dog go to the moon and see another 2 meme coins come from that, right? And liquidity is going to pour out of dog go to the moon into these other ones, in my opinion. Obviously, you know, runestone holders going to get the airdrop, but I'm sure a lot of dog go to the moon people who got that airdrop sold it, right? So I think, you know, you're probably going to see a lot of money come out of dog and go into these other 2 tokens. $1 billion cat's not going to have that issue. Right, you buy $1 billion cat. I mean, the community is solid, and then people get into it because there is no derivatives that are coming. They do have a derivative ordinal collection, but to me, that's just bullish, because not only can you rep, you know, that you're $1 billion cat holder, but now you can have a PFP just like Lackey Lukey does, just like a lot of our people in our chat do. So you can definitely have both the best worlds there, and I think that's such a plus for $1 billion cat. And you know, you have a good community. You have, you know, the Bitcoin morning show. They do a show on Twitter, and you know, those guys are very bullish on it. And it's kind of like the FU to Leonidas as well, you know.
A little bit. I think they kind of stay out of all the drama though, which is good, right? So they just do their own thing. I mean, I just joke around and I make these meme videos saying like $1 billion cat versus dog and stuff like that. But it's really just, you know, to have fun and get the meme energy going. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like you're looking at possible 10x from here, right? Getting to that $1 billion market cap. How long does that take to get there? That could be the spring. I don't think it happens before the end of this year. But I think maybe the spring or next fall, right? Or sorry, next spring or next fall. But it's in the name. I just love everything about the branding of it. And that's probably me also being a digital marketing guy for 10 plus years before coming into this full time. So so that's why I really, really like it. I will say though, Pups definitely has a lot of energy. I mean, it got to 300 million. It's at 311. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for it to get here. And I have no doubt that this will keep trying to surpass Dog Go to the Moon. Will it? I don't know, man. Sometimes I think about Dog Go to the Moon, and I think Dog Go to the Moon has done a lot for runes, especially with Leonidas really trying to push it. But his communication to the centralized exchange is just like, sometimes it's just too much, right? Like everybody heard about Peanut and I forgot what the other meme token was that launched on Binance, and they've fizzled out and people are calling them out for it. It's like pump and dumps. He wrote like a whole breakdown of why they need to change their meme structure of accepting memes and stuff. And it's like, that's just the latest one. And then before that, it's like basically like almost kind of panhandling, it seems like, right? In a sense, it's like, please list us, in a sense. I love Leonidas, what he's done for the space and everything. This is not at him personally, but I think a lot of this is in his nature as a good person. Like he feels like he has a lot on his shoulders for it, but he took this undertaking, right? So, or this responsibility, I guess, in his mind. But I definitely feel like it seems like, you know, whenever like a guy's like trying to get like a really attractive girl, but he's trying too hard. Like he keeps trying too hard. And the effort's there to get like a girl and stuff. But like when you try too hard, it's just like they're done, you know? And I feel like maybe Binance is like that right now, but we'll see.
I just pictured Leonidas outside of Binance with a sign that says "Please list dog" with a hat on the ground, and the executives are walking out and just throwing a couple quarters into his hat and keep walking. Definitely. Poor Leonidas. But one thing about Leonidas, he is pushing this, right? But how is he benefiting? So I asked myself this a few weeks ago. I said, you know, what is he benefiting from? And then if you look, his follower count is flying. His Ord.io account is flying. So yeah, he doesn't have no skin in the game. I know he had a few runestones, he says, which is a few things a dog, but like he's not worried about those dogs pumping. He's actually doing this so he can reap the rewards of growing his account, growing Ord.io. Because at the end of the day, he wants to make Ord.io a multi-million-dollar company. Right. So I think that's the real goal. And getting this token listed on Binance will look amazing for Ord.io, look amazing for Leonidas. So I think that's kind of the end goal. I think people need to stop worrying too much, especially like Francis, when he's like just probably like just crushing dog every single day. That was never Leonidas's goal. His goal was always to grow his brand and grow Ord.io, and he's doing that.
I think the brand thing, you hit the nail on the head with it, because let's say that dog does get listed on Binance and Coinbase and all these huge things. Who's going to be known as like the face of dog or the person behind it? It's going to be him.
Yeah.
And if this becomes like a, $8 billion market cap token, Leonidas is going to be famous around the world eventually. Right. And obviously we're talking about like way further down, but that could happen. So I agree with you. I think there's a big positive that he gains from notoriety from this, right? Like just that was him. He's the one who did it. He's the creator of dog, or whatever you want to call it, right? So,
and look at what and this is maybe a call out to the community. Look what Niche did for Billy Cats, right? He created this collection, right? And he charged people in Billion Dollar Cat for this, right? For these collections. Then they took that money and they gave a big chunk of it to the foundation and for them to get it listed on MEXC. So it was an ordinal collection that got BDC listed on MEXC. Somebody should create a dog collection. Somebody in the community charge dog and at good prices, right? To get dog listed on Binance. So you take in, let's just say you take in $1 million dog per and ordinal. It's a 10K collection. People pay that. It gives it that floor of $1 million dog or whatever it is. And then that dog, let's just say you raise all that dog, you give that to Binance in exchange for a listing, right? So you're not paying for it. The community is getting something in return. Awesome dog go to the moon ordinal collection. I think they need to take a page out of Billion Dollar Cat's playbook here to get it listed on Binance, because it doesn't look like Binance is going to do it for free.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the main reason they're not paying attention to him. I do know that Binance does require some sort of either token supply or something, right? But for example, like Pups, they have that $17 million in their treasury. Do you think they get listed on Binance because they have the money, right?
Yeah, I think Pups gets listed for dog. At the end of the day, they're a business, right? And if you can give them free tokens, they get paid off that, right? They sell those tokens and make a boatload of money. I mean, that's kind of their business model right now. And it sucks that that's how it is, but it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. That's the business model. It's like that's how they make money, especially right now in this bull run where altcoins really aren't moving as much as they were at one point, right? So
yeah. Well, those two new tokens that seem like pump and dumps, a lot of people said that Binance has a strategy of bringing in low cap potential tokens to help their community make money off of them. But I don't know, because if that's the case, then they probably don't want dog right now, if that's their strategy for now. But eventually, if something gets so big, all the exchanges have to list it, right? If it gets so big, because it's more about the users and onboarding users. So they look at them as like, oh, people come to us to buy this, and then we can make fees off of them.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Leonidas is shooting too big with them. I think he should go after Kraken and Gemini. I think getting it listed on Kraken and Gemini will really open the door for Coinbase, and that's kind of that's the final boss, right? That's the end goal. Binance is nice, but like there's millions of shit coins there. On Coinbase, there's thousands, right? I think that's the difference, and probably a few thousand. Well, be realistic, it's probably like 40,000 tokens on Binance that are just shit, right? So, and I would go after Kraken. I think Kraken would be the push, where if I would create a dog go to the moon ordinal collection, collect dog for that collection, go right to Kraken and say, hey guys, we have these tokens free. We already sent them to your wallet. That's yours. And just be done with it. And then you get listed on Kraken. Coinbase eventually comes knocking.
We'll see. They definitely are trying to get on a tier 1 exchange, and there's a bet on BetBTC actually if they will accomplish that before January 1st, I should say. And a lot of people are betting no on that, by the way. I don't know though.
Well, if you go the other direction and it gets
yeah,
listed December 26th,
the payout is nuts, right? Yeah, it's like
let me
2
actually
cents.
show it.
It's like 2 cents to the dollar or something.
Just right here, yeah. So 92. So there's 3,600. Oh wow, there's more money now. $3,754, 93%. So if you click yes and you win, this money goes to you.
So
you win a very few.
So every 7 cents you get $1 basically if you bet yes, right? Okay.
Yep.
So you bet 7 cents, you get $1. Yasher said I bet no too. So one thing I want to clear up is that Yasher made this comment. He said no one in crypto history has given such a magnificent airdrop to such a number of people like Leonidas. I agree 100%. I'm so grateful for that, man, because that was just a free bunch of money, right? Now, you know, I think that will go down in history too, especially if Dog becomes successful and a lot of holders and huge community. They're gonna be like, Leonidas gave to the poor. He was like Robin Hood, in the beginning. But yeah, so it's funny.
And then we all lost it by minting runes.
Not I. Well, I don't know, maybe a little bit. Well, it's starting to pay off now though, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. And guys, check out the tweet from BetBTC. So all you guys got to do is go into here, go into your settings and copy this user ID and then take that to BetBTC's X account. So guys, every one of you guys, to start an account, there's going to be an airdrop. It's going to be a rune. You're definitely going to want it 100%. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that or not, but definitely, guys. And when you start an account, you can 5 people can win $20. I think the post said. And you guys can use that money to get your points up and then get huge airdrops. It's all for free, basically. So definitely start an account up as soon as possible, guys. Be on the leaderboard. And you can see your boy leading number 1. I am number 1. Who could beat me? Let's see if one of you guys can beat me. Take my spot. I'm just taking, and I learned a trick. Just take $1 bets 50 times and you'll get like a crap load of points. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Oh,
but that's
you
what
just
I've
basically taught everybody how to
get points. Airdrop
gamify
farm,
it.
guys. Airdrop farm, guys. But that is that for sure. We have a few more minutes here. I kind of want to look at a little bit more of the runes because I think there's a lot of interesting stuff here. I think go to the 7-day and kind of go to the volume here. I think volume is already set for me. Yeah. So you see Pups is up 62% on the 7-day. Billion Dollar Cat is up 52% on the 7-day. Gizmo's up 114% on the 7-day. Momentum Mori is down 20%.
I knew that was going to happen.
7-day.
I knew that was
you
going
did.
to happen.
And then Dog's up 3%. So do you like these? This is the top 5, I think, right? Top 5.
Yeah. I would say so.
Do you think money kind of pours out of Pups and Billionaire Cat and kind of goes in Momentum Memorial a little bit?
No.
Dog a little bit? Or do you think it kind of just keeps running?
I think Momentum Mori is going to have people really cheerlead for it. Casey's name alone is not enough. And I've noticed that for some other things that, he's put out. And so, I mean, Uncommon Goods has a little bit of a gamified feature to it. So I think that one will be fine. But there needs to be a community kind of rallying behind it. And if there's not, it's going to fade in the back. It won't go to 0. It'll be kind of like one that hangs out like in mid-range market cap, I think. And it might pop up every once in a while because it still is Casey, but I don't think it will be a top. I don't think it'll be a top rune.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I actually think it'll be top 5 for a long time. Unless Arsic, I mean, Arsic is kicking down the door here. And bro, what is this Bitcoin bro bear? What did I miss with this one?
It was one of the late. It was one of the late memes that came in. But man, it's at 3.5 million. Last time I saw it was like 300,000. Wow.
Yeah, 100%. And then we have Cypress Genesis up 142%. Wow, this one's running hard. But you get Donald Trump down 67%. Base Internet Panda down 7%.
Trump, baby.
And then we have Waddle Pengu up 32%. Base Angels. So this is a cult coin, apparently. I had no idea, but our boy Serge is he's a Base Internet. I was coming at him. I was like, you got the PFP that doesn't look very straight. And in other words, and he said, but it's a cult coin, so shut your mouth. And I said, okay, you're making money. I can't hate that you're making money, even though the PFP is ugly, dude. I hate the Base Angels.
Aren't they like a derivative off of Miladies? I mean, that's what they look like.
They do look very similar that aspect. You have Lobo the wolf pup. Again, this is kind of a derivative of dog, right? Dog drops a little bit. This drops even harder. But what do you think about Lobo the wolf pup here, sitting at $20 million market cap, which is pretty high, but this moves with dog.
Yeah, it does move with dog, and it's been consistent. It's really hasn't gone down, low, super low, like to $1 million market cap. So it's kept a decent market cap, between, I would say, 8 million to maybe like 12 million, 15 million, but it also hasn't really pumped super hard. But I agree with you. It does move with dog. So if dog has that success to where it flies to $1 billion market cap, then look to Lobo the wolf pup to probably get to 60 million, try to knock on the door of $100 million market cap, because the team behind Lobo the wolf pup has the liquidity and capital to help keep the floor up. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but they are an investment company and stuff like that, so they have the ability to keep it afloat until it's time for it to take off. And I think that's a big bonus for Lobo the wolf pup. But also it could be a downside too, because once it does pump, you're probably going to get dumped on you a little bit. But just be aware of all these things, right?
100%. Yep. I agree. And let's jump into the Bitcoin price. So we're sitting still at 84. Pretty, dude.
You just like looking at that, don't you?
I can look at this weekly chart all day, bro. All day. I can just sit here and just stare at it. But absolutely huge. And what do you think happens next? 85 or 83?
Man, I don't know. I feel like we've definitely had a lot of buy pressure this morning. So I think we might need to cool off a little bit. So I would say 80, like it would break back into 83 before 85.
Yeah. Yep. All right. It's Merlin Monday. We're still waiting for Jeff. Is he?
Yeah, I think he's probably getting ready to jump up.
But yeah, man, let's take a look back over to BetBTC and kind of see if there's any good plays. I know they're making a few updates and some Wager Wednesday. We're gonna take some more bets here. Nothing new that I'm seeing. Which game will be recognized as a breakthrough esports title? That's a pretty fun one. What types of BTC liked financial products?
Yeah, I want to play in the BTC ones. I feel like the Bitcoin ecosystem ones are really fun and interesting. So maybe we'll highlight those on Wednesday. But
yeah, man.
All right. Looks like you can switch the template
switch the banner. Let's switch it up, guys. Welcome to Merlin Monday, guys. Merlin is going to be the leading EVM sidechain, layer 2, in my opinion. They are running the show. They're earliest ones. They did something no one else did. They took an opportunity back in last February when everyone else was scared to compete with Stacks, right? They were like the second to that. And now you have so many more. You have BitLayer and all the other ones. But Merlin, in my opinion, is going to be the number one. I think we need to pay attention to it because a lot of investors are paying attention, because yesterday it went from like 30 cents to 49 cents in the mirror in like an hour. It was glorious.
We were in the middle of a meeting when that happened, and we're like, is it gonna stop?
We stopped the meeting to stare at the chart.
Yeah.
and tweet about it. But
that's crazy. All right, let's get Jeff up on stage. I know he's traveling for business, but he has taken time out of his day to join us. So let's welcome him up. Welcome back to Merlin Mondays, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
You're great.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I just came back from a night event in Bangkok. You know how crazy these events can get. But yeah, it's like 12 a.m. right now in Bangkok. Flew from Dubai to Thailand. And this morning when the price pumped, I was like asleep. And when I wake up, lots of messages saying like, what we're doing. I say, I was sleeping, what was I doing? I swear I was asleep. I have like chat, history to prove that. So yeah, I was asleep. Lots of things are happening. Bitcoin to 84K. It's crazy. Lots of things coming up. I think the gas fee. We upgrade the network. Now the gas fee is like nearly zero. So if you try, like today, if you try to use your MetaMask to transfer, I think it's way below 1 cent. So it's like 0, right? It's way below 1 cent. So it's like $0.004 is like, half a cent. And if you're using like Bitcoin wallet, like, Unisat, Xverse, OKX, you can use Merl as gas now. It's about like 0.1 Merl. So it's just like, 4 cents. I mean, except if Merl goes to $100, that'll be $10. For that, everything's fine. For that, it's fine. Yeah. And I think everyone in Thailand now are happy. I mean, it's a Ethereum event, but I'm here to meet some very important partners. I have another meeting in 30 minutes in the hotel. Like lots of my friends live in the same hotel, so we're going to have an internal meeting in 30 minutes. And yes,
Nice.
I think that's pretty much what happened in Dubai and Bangkok. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we saw that there's some updates with the Telegram mini apps in terms of they're most likely are going to start launching in November. Is that correct? Could you give us an update on that?
Yeah, it's 100% going live in November. Just like BTC the fund, it's 100% happening this month. There are lots of interesting mini apps. One, it's for all kinds of financial servers for massive adoption, including like lending, farming, and in that app, you're farming, right? But you don't even need like money to farm. Like when your guys are staking on Merlin still, right? You have to like stake a Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, whatever. But this mini app provides a pool containing like 20,000 Bitcoin that for everyone for free to grab. So you can grab like a Bitcoin to farm. It's 100% free. Yeah, so you guys probably surprised how that works.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, from what I just heard from what you said is that you guys are giving away free money or something. How does it work?
Yeah, we're not giving Bitcoin for free. It's actually giving you like a credit to farm, and it's real Bitcoin. Basically, all these whales, they have a pool that for users, to borrow, and you don't pay any interest. You borrow this to do all these DeFi tasks on different chains. So you're having this 1 Bitcoin credit to farm, for I don't know 20, 30, whatever percent APY, probably gets $100 back, and you share the interest with the pool. So basically, it's like you have 1 Bitcoin free to grab, but you can only farm with that Bitcoin. You cannot withdraw that Bitcoin for sure.
Yeah. So basically, you from what I'm understanding and trying to put my logic together, the way this would work is you probably pay like a fee to be able to borrow that Bitcoin, right? In terms of borrowing.
No, you don't pay a fee beforehand. You share the
interest earning.
Yeah, interest earning. So it's like payday loan, The payday is the TGE day. So when the TGE happens for the new coin, you pay like 30%, I don't know, 60%, whatever, to the people who borrow this to you. But you don't pay anything at all.
Why wouldn't anybody do this? I feel like everybody would do this.
I know, that's why you need to have like some kinds of level on that mini app, which means you have to go there every day, share that to your friends. It's like growth. Growth
okay.
So if
you earn the right to have this opportunity, basically, right?
Yeah, the campaign is about like every user get 1 Bitcoin for free, but you have to do all the tasks. That's how this mini app can grow in the first place. That's why we leverage all this kind of liquidity for those users, who participate. I mean, you don't have to spend any money, but you have to, share to your friends, do these tasks, share on Twitter, it's for free, but you have to do that. Yeah.
Awesome.
I love that. So you're basically incentivizing usage. So the more you use the platform, the more you potentially earn. So I love that. I mean, it's play to earn. It's right up your alley, Jeff.
I think it's work to earn, really, because like you're just kind of doing a couple tasks, and then you get the access of 1 full Bitcoin.
That's video games, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah. Well, the thing is that like also having access to that much liquidity, 1 Bitcoin is a lot of money, right? So being able to earn a percentage on that, I think that's pretty awesome. So that's really cool. Are there any other mini apps that you can maybe expand on a little bit?
Yeah, not solve mini apps. And for one more thing is like I saw somebody commented on I don't know Yagobi's tweet or Shizzy's tweet, but somebody like commented there say yeah, the Merl is going up, so I can make $10 from staking. I was like, how much asset did you like stake, right? Because to be honest, in my mind, Merlin is the highest APY for any kinds of staking program. I mean,
Oh,
for any chain. So if you have $10 right now, probably you stake, I don't know, $50, right? So yeah, I get it. So people, they don't get, like lots of money to stake, but right now you have, free Bitcoin for you to use. That's why we do this. And I think BTC.farm, they're going to have a mini apps. It's on their Gitbook. There's some mini games there. I think the biggest thing they're trying to deliver is the AI engine. So they basically build an engine for anyone who trying to launch a meme coin in the future to have some kinds of ability. So like AI bot on tweet, some like generating information, like stuff from the engine, so you don't have to write everything by yourself, right? You can have a bot, like you have a Satoshi Bean guy, tweeting on X, bullshitting everything, try to get attention. So you don't have to do that by your own. You can use the engine to do so. So I think BTC.farm is going to have a very, very fun, interesting mini app. I think there are lots of others. I think, I don't. Sorry.
Real quick with BTC.fun, I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to, since we're already on the topic, they had a tweet today, and I'm a little confused by it. Maybe you can explain it to us. But it says, we are going to launch very soon playbook at about.btc.fun. At a test token will be launched for users to go through the process, fully airdropped and fair launched. $10,000? 20 retweet. Like if you guess the name right, the prize will be doubled. So first, can you explain this and then kind of give me the name so I can win?
Yeah. So basically, they are launching their first token as test token. It's on mainnet, so you can see this as a test token, or you can see this as like a real asset. Just like the blue box. So it will. I think it will be fully airdropped. What's that? What does that sound mean?
No.
Yes.
I was saying. Oh, okay. The test token is going to be fully airdropped, right? Is that what you
Well,
just
yeah,
said?
Blue box.
Oh no,
Around
the
the
blue box. The blue box. The blue box. That's what it was. I didn't even realize that. Like my subconscious connected that together, and I was like, blue box.
Yeah, so it will be fully airdropped and fair launched. So part of that will be airdropped, I guess, and for part of that will be fair launched. And the name is like they have the blur there, so everybody's trying to guess the name. It's not it's not $10,000. It's 10,000 that coin. If that coin was sent, so it will be like $100. If that is like a dollar, that'll be 10,000. But I don't think that would be like a dollar, to be honest. Yeah. So it's kind of like a soft launch by them. If the users are interested, they can check the Gitbook. There are lots of valuable information there. Introducing how they're trying to do this. I know they prepared this for a long time, so I hope this will go well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm gonna start guessing.
Definitely exciting, and I can't wait to see the rest of the Telegram mini apps as well. And really quick, if you could explain to the audience why you took this approach to onboard this way, and why you think this will kind of help the Merlin chain ecosystem.
Yes, I think we are trying to build Merlin as the consumer chain for users, because like at this cycle we hear so many narratives. Like on first day we say Merlin is a side chain, because we don't want to confuse users with all these terms. Like ZK rollups, trustless, BitVM. Everybody was saying that from long ago, and nobody understands what's behind that. And people, I mean, you can see all these memes happening on Solana, on Tron network, on Suisse, and with those tokens which are fair launched and also getting the traction from the community, people actually are happy about it. So instead of doing all these narratives that people don't understand, we're trying to make Merlin a consumer chain. So you can trade here, you can do all kinds of activities here. The gas fee is extremely low, and we welcome all kinds of builders to build here. So for example, like the Telegram mini apps, because there are lots of users out there. When I was in Dubai, it was a very, very different community than Asian community. In Dubai, there are Europeans there, the Indians there are Russian people there. All these events, there are new users trying to understand what is happening in the crypto network. And if you see all these tokens like Nutcoin, Dogs, all these like coins with Telegram dApps, first they're welcomed by the central exchange, because the central exchange, they want more new users. Imagine your token have like 10 million users. Any exchange in the world will likely to list you. And second is, trying to find a way for users to interact easily. So if you try our mini apps, in the next coming weeks, you can see you don't even need to understand what is MetaMask, what is Unisat. You have interface there. You do like what I say, the farming bot. If you guys do all the tasks, I'll make sure you guys get a free Bitcoin. So when you're using the farming bots, you don't need to sign anything. You just click farm, you choose a chain, like Tyco, Squirrel, Aptos. You choose whatever chain you want to farm, and you go there, you farm, you press farm, and you choose, what kinds of protocol you believe. There are introductions there, you can learn stuff there, and we try to make sure people, they really learn to earn, right? So they learn what is happening on this protocol. They do a small test to make sure they understand, well about this, and then they start farming. So I think the good thing about technology is you don't have to understand what is behind that, right? With all this Web2, like Apple, iOS, like PC, there are lots of things happening backdoors, but you don't have to understand that. You just, use the interface and, have fun with that. So I think, Telegram dApps, and also we are going live on TikTok as well. So these mini apps, they are not Telegram mini apps. They are like just mini apps. They're just apps. So they will be launched online, the messenger.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think all these users are they should come here. Bring more users, and also Bitcoin is a term that everybody understands. Everybody like in the world knows. I'm not everybody, but most people in the world, in the internet world, they know Bitcoin. So I think Bitcoin and massive adoption should be combined.
Yeah. Yeah, and you make a great point. There's a lot of technology that works behind the scenes that people don't know about, or do they care about. And I think that's a problem with a lot of these cypherpunk kind of mentality people that come into crypto. I've always had a fascination of internet technology and computer technology, so it was natural for me to gravitate to crypto. But my wife didn't want anything to do with it, because she was just like, when I showed her how to use a MetaMask last cycle, she was like, I have to do this 5 steps before I can like put my money in somewhere to earn something. She's like, I don't like it. Right. So I think this is a perfect, approach to onboard the normies that are like my wife. Right. Or like someone that is not into crypto and they just don't want to be. They don't care about decentralization. They just care about being able to play a simple game or something to catch their attention while they're on the subway or something like that.
Yeah. First, I think your wife will be ahead of you to earn the free Bitcoin of the mini app, because it's so easy. You just need to know how to use Telegram. Second, I don't think decentralization or centralization, matters in the bigger economic world, because this world is complex, right? Like not everybody use this thing in the same way. So, without ETF, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin won't be 84K today. It will be 84K like
eventually,
sometime, but not today. So, like, if you do like this kind of, decentralization, examining on everything, that's just doesn't make sense, right? The wallet you use is not decentralized. So someday if they plug in like, I don't know, any like virus, you'll get all your money lost. So you cannot go that like far for everyone in the world. And I think the best way is to welcome all these people and make them like get interested in this, industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to tell my kids, if you guys want to eat today, you better stake your Bitcoin. You guys on TikTok, let's go.
That's one of the shizzy tasks for his kids, I guess.
Yeah, but seriously, that's going to be one of their chores.
That's teaching them something, so that's a good thing.
100%.
All right, so I know that you got a meeting coming up, but I want to ask you before, while we have you here. So obviously there was a big election that happened, and that changed. I feel like that changed like the Bitcoin's price narrative for this Q4 and for next year. Is that how you see it as well? Do you think that's why we're so aggressive with the price right now? And do you see this kind of continuing?
Yes,
if you can
of course.
talk about that.
Yeah, because first, I think there are too much regulation in the past 2 to 4 years in US. So people get kind of lost. People get like kind of like frustrated because too much regulation, and they don't even know like what happens like tomorrow, right? Because like there are lots of like trials against Ethereum, against Solana, and now I think everybody knows like this is gone. And I know the next US government will try to do something to somehow make the economy the economy no matter in the stock market or in crypto market boom again, because I think all this regulation kills innovation. You don't see many US projects in in the past year, because when they're doing so, they trying to paint themselves as like an international project. When Aptos, Suisse, they have huge community in Asia, to be honest, but not many people in US like are using them like they did in 2021. So I think that is huge change. It's not happening like in a second. I think the price just shows some expectation behind that, but I think there are much more builders, innovations, and narratives coming up. Because like last time we had NFT, we had metaverse, we had all this kind of stuff, but this term we have nothing, right? We have ZK rollup, we have staking and restaking, which in my mind are something that you don't need them in the war. I mean, if today there's no ZK rollups or staking restaking, the war still works fine. But I think metaverse, AI, NFT, all this kind of new stuff, new innovations will come up as well. And I think the liquidity is getting better. Like I look at all these data, before. So basically, last week, just like last week when there's altcoin going up like 20-30%, you can see on the perp market, everybody is shorting that. People don't have confidence. So when you go up, people short you. But today, if you look at all these coins, going up crazily, like 10 times in 3 days, you can see this kind of token on Binance and OKX. So if you see that kind of coming up, you go to perps, you see people are not shorting it. People are buying long that. So this is the obvious signal for the bull market. When this happens every time, that means the liquidity is coming in. I mean, Merlin token is not big token, right? But in the past 12 hours, there's over $100 million trading Merlin.
Woo!
Bits, plus OKX and Gate. Only 3 exchanges have like $100 million US. So I think the liquidity coming in is a good news. And also, like when we're talking about liquidity, the BMAT token is going live on DEX for a long time. You're going to hear many good news about BMAP token in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So
did you say bitmap token and DEX in the same sentence? That's wild.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's in Merlin.
Well, yeah,
right now.
People don't understand. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, but I think there was a little hinting there, maybe that it's going to be on a possibly a bigger stage. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, not hinting. Like first, the price difference is huge today. It's like 30-40%. I know there are many projects are buying BMAT token. I have 2 people buying, like trying to buy this OTC from me. I'm saying like, no, I don't have enough BMAT token to you, but like they're just buying this on the open market. One thing I know for sure is I think Merlin Starter is doing something with BMAT token as well. So, and I know for sure 3 mini apps on TikTok and Telegram, they're using BMAP token as well this month. This is not in the future. This is happening this month. So, and when you have massive users on other platforms, when you have other platforms buying back BMAP token, trying to do something, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be very special, things happening for BMAP token this month. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is great
too. Just something I know, but haven't been published yet. Gotcha.
Well, I mean, that's definitely great to hear. I've been bullish on the bitmap token. I know that there's been plans in the background, but obviously, that's with different projects. So I didn't know what was going on, but I knew something was going on with it. So that's amazing to hear. But all right, before we let you go, was there any last announcements or anything that you want to say to the audience and community?
I mean, past 6 months, have been hard on everyone. But right now, I mean, I know Bitcoin is, going up for like a few days, but apparently, everybody's feeling confident. So I think if you're not paying attention to Bitcoin ecosystem in the past few months, like please do now, please pay more attention. Please try to catch every information if you can. And I think this year will be great, for the last 3 months.
Awesome, Jeff. Well, we appreciate you joining us for Merlin Mondays. We know you have a meeting to tend to, so we will catch up with you later this week during our meeting, and then we will see you next Monday for Merlin Mondays next week.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, take it easy.
See you, Jeff.
Bye.
And real quick, I just want to comment on this. He said using child labor performance. Guys, I'm obviously kidding. Like, I'm just joking around, but it's.
Hey, but that's how you teach your kids about Bitcoin, though. Teach them about it. You're like, hey, look, all you gotta do is these tasks, and you can like farm a full Bitcoin, and they're gonna be like, I want chocolate milk.
I'll take you to Dairy Queen if you could give me some points.
Up there?
I think so. I haven't been to one in a while, but probably. I think so.
Yeah, there's a lot down here in the country towns.
Is there?
But yeah, but that was.
Well, we used to have them, but they started closing. But yeah,
that was amazing updates, man. I didn't realize that Bitmap token was being utilized that much,
dude. I regret. Remember when that guy hit us up about he was thinking about investing in it, and gave him some really bad advice and not to do it. Not financial advice, but my opinion. Maybe he should have done it. Whoops.
Yeah, we'll see. But hey, let's welcome our next guest up to the panel for Merlin Mondays this week, and you guys are very familiar with him, Mr. J from Unicross. What is
Juga.
up, Mr. J?
What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's up?
What up?
Hello,
So let me ask you. Yeah, can you hear us? Hello.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I want to ask you, where exactly were you when Merlin was going? Merl token was going absolutely nuts yesterday, and hit 47 cents, 48 cents.
I was hits down, man. There's a lot of work to get it to be done.
It didn't even phase him. He was like, you know what? I'm working. I don't pay attention to that crap. No,
well, don't worry.
Yeah,
we did.
It's I only looked at it today when my friends in a group were like saying, yo, bro, do you know Merl is at like 40 cents now? I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh shit, I'm happy. And sometimes like you just get so like how do you say busy that you don't really realize, and it's kind of like a good surprise to say the least. Bitcoin itself, I really haven't been putting that much attention to it, and just coming back and then looking at the charts, people are going going crazy about things going parabolic. I was like, oh okay, dude, this is amazing. Just coming out of like it's been like 2 years, bro, like since we know each other, and 2 years,
almost 2 years. Yeah,
almost 2 years now. And throughout this time, Bitcoin was like going sideways, not doing much, but there's so much going on in the ecosystem that you kind of like expect a huge things to happen. And this is the time where things are happening outside our ecosystem, but for Bitcoin. And then like now is the time for us to really like show what we've been building, and let all these people, normies or other people from other ecosystems, actually realize, hey, now Bitcoin is pumping. I'm paying attention to Bitcoin. What else is going on in Bitcoin? This is not like back then where Bitcoin is pumping and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm happy. Like, do I buy? Do I sell? Now you can actually do so much with Bitcoin. You can do so much with Merlin, Bitcoin layer 2s. As you can go that route of like staking or that route of like lending, borrowing. But there's just so much. I was listening to what Jeff was talking about just now, and it's hard to top like all the information that he's sharing. And I just want to say I'm really bullish, man. Like Merlin's gonna blow minds. Going the consumer chain route was a very good direction. Like I think you guys have talked about this as well. Like, do you know how your iOS actually works behind the scenes? Because
no, and we don't care.
You probably don't know that. Yeah, the whole thing is like you just want that experience, that user experience, and I've been looking more and more into like Telegram apps myself, just because we're building on it. And I'm just amazed, like, you know, it's just so easy to do anything there. Even trading shitcoins, like I sometimes use like these kind of like text bots to just trade Solana memes. And it's just so easy. Like, we need these kind of things for Bitcoin. And once it's here, you know, people are gonna be like, wow, you know, I can do this, I can do that, and then they realize, oh shit, this is actually on Bitcoin, and then they're gonna go wild for it when they actually realize. So like for us as well, at Unicross, working on an app that actually educates people on how Bitcoin works, giving them like a lot of these rewards for actually learning is actually a good thing to get people understanding like about Bitcoin layer 1 and also what they can do post Bitcoin layer 1. That's with like sidechains and on layer 2s and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think it's going to be, you know, when you look back, maybe like 5 years from now, and you look at some of these apps that might say something like, you know, powered by Merlin, a Bitcoin layer 2 or something like that, but they don't really even care to even what that even means. But all it says is just on the app, because they're utilizing it to satisfy what they want at that moment, and that's the easy interface. And you know, whatever, if it's a game or you know some way to earn money or whatever, I agree. And looking at blockchains now as possibly like just like a data processor in the back end, that's a whole nother deal. And I think that's kind of like this new phase we're going into, and it's perfect timing for what happened here in the US with regulations easing, probably trying to encourage more innovation, Bitcoin's prices jumping up. I mean, I feel like everybody that has been listening to our show and that's like associated with your group and stuff is perfectly positioned because they've been focused on the Bitcoin ecosystem. And this is going to be the biggest bull run for Bitcoin itself, as well as crypto, but Bitcoin specifically.
Yeah, you know, like when you want to go for like I would say brands, you kind of like usually go for like bigger brands first, right? And then like your knowledge would be hey, you know, everybody knows about McDonald's and all that. So as a consumer, like when you actually find out that you're in like there's this big brand which we call Bitcoin, that now, you know, Bitcoin, you can do this, you can do that. That's the direction that I think we're going for. And I would say like it doesn't matter like how you're getting into it, but just get into it. Like Shizzy or was it Yagobi's kids are going to actually be mining Bitcoin, so why not you, right? This is just so easy. Like even kids can do it. I wouldn't say it's child labor. Like, you know, we used to do chores. We used to do chores back then to get a bit of like extra money. This is just what it is, man.
It's a chore. It's better because it's earning me money in the long run.
Which you can give back to them a small percentage. I'm just kidding.
When I die.
All right, this is starting to sound more like child labor. But yeah, I think that's amazing.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if I make them wash my car, is that child labor?
Well, I mean, if you should, did they get any type of benefit from it?
Hey, I'm happy.
Oh, okay. You're one of those.
You know, it's like this. I don't want to get too political in there, but you know, things used to be like more simple and straightforward. You know, it's not so much about like so woke and all that stuff. But anyways, going back to like what's happening, dude, I'm like pumped to hear from my friends about what's going on in Dubai, and I'm keen to actually hear about what's going on in Bangkok in the coming days as well. There's DEFCON over there, and there's actually BTC Con over there as well. So that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And I think Merlin's in a great position to be like this, you know, layer 2 / side chain for Bitcoin, but at the same time has EVM technology as well. So there's a lot of partnerships on both sides that Merlin can grab. But let's get into Unicross a little bit here. So you said that you guys have been working on your mini app and stuff like that. How is that coming along?
It's coming along good. We've done like the front end of it. Some things to work on the back end. Everything looks great. It's gonna be an app where you're gonna see like a more how do I put it? A more playful side of us. Not something that is very like. I mean, we're trying to make it more of a character and more fun. You know, I like cats, right? So you know, something along those lines. It's gonna be a more like more consumer app, I would say. And yeah, I'm very excited to show it to you guys finally in the coming weeks. Maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Jeff talked about TikTok apps. Would that be an app, or is he talking about more of like kind of, you know, getting exposure through TikTok and then people playing the app that way? Do you know?
He should elaborate more on that. I don't wanna
Gotcha.
take
I didn't know
that
if you
We'll
guys
ask him next
were,
week.
dabbling in that as well. But awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there?
So,
And then,
one question. Since you
yeah.
are a cat guy, I'm trying to get a campaign going of bring back make Hoo Hoo Cat great again. Will you join my campaign?
Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Sorry.
Let's go.
You just
go,
lost
let's
our
go.
you just lost our advertising money.
No,
for us
you
today.
didn't.
No,
No,
I'm
you
just
didn't.
kidding.
You just pumped Hoo Hoo Cat, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
But
That's
that's
like that's a cute cat. I must say I do
love
have
Hoo
a ragdoll as well, so I'm all for it, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
But anyways, you know, we're gonna have a campaign coming up soon for Unicross, and yeah, watch out for that. Like this is the time, really. This is really the time, like when things are running high in like Bitcoin in general, and then you really want to take the time to go to the biggest Bitcoin layer 2, find out what's there, and a lot of things are coming up, you know, to coincide with this I would say a perfect timing to launch a lot of products.
yeah.
Excited.
Yep, man. We're excited for Unicross. You know, Unicross has played such a pivotal role in terms of helping bridge assets from Bitcoin to Merlin chain, as well as being able to transform, you know, Bitcoin ordinals and you know, assets, runes, and fungible tokens, you know, into another type of asset. So with Phantom,
Into
so
bitmap token.
Exactly, right. So you guys are pivotal in that aspect. So, you know, definitely appreciate all you guys do because you're a huge infrastructure play. I think you guys don't get enough credit sometimes, you know, for a lot that you do behind the scenes, but definitely glad that you're a co-founder there and that you guys are grinding constantly to make it a better experience.
Yeah, man. I would say infrastructure plays are like not as sexy as a lot of like memes, but maybe it will be. Who
Maybe
knows, right?
maybe with this who knows. Who knows?
Who,
But
who,
maybe
who knows?
yeah. But maybe with this mini app it gets a little sexier is what I'm feeling. We'll see.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? We're gonna make that a trending on X. Who knows? But yeah, man.
Dude, I must say though, there are a lot of people who are gonna miss out if they don't convert their bitmap to bitmap tokens. It's very easy to do it on Unicross. All you need to do is just connect your wallet, you know, with the bitmaps and convert. So I don't want anyone to miss out later and then like be crying over spilt milk, like cats do. So that's the alpha for you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show them real quick how to do this. I'm connected here. Let me just share my screen. So first you want to go to unicross.xyz and then you want to, on this left-hand menu here, you will click Phantom. And then from here, you click the bitmap token pool, correct?
Yep.
Yes. And then this is where you got to make sure your wallet's connected, by the way. So the step right before everything I showed you guys, you do have to bridge your bitmap over if you don't have it yet, but a lot of people already have them on the Merlin side. But then that's whenever you will add, your bitmaps to how many ever you want to convert, and then you just hit swap, and it converts it. I actually converted all my bitmaps to bitmap token. I want to say I did it probably like 4 months ago. So it's a very simple. I'm the top G. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's very simple, and there's other assets that has this transformative process through Phantom. So just check that out. But the bitmap token, I agree. From everything I just heard from Jeff, I think that's going to be a big one, and that's been kind of one of his dreams, I think, from a long time ago, because we heard the first words of the bitmap token. I want to say like 9 months ago or something crazy like that.
No, it was like, it had to be like,
I think that was in July last year.
Yeah. The idea of it.
Show in December before Merlin even launched, and he was talking about, that's why I got so bullish on bitmaps at the time. I actually bought, like, right after that conversation with Jeff, that recorded conversation, I was like, I need to get some more bitmaps. I don't have enough. And then, it actually, it took a while, but it's here. It's pretty amazing.
Yep.
Bro, this is like an asset with just so many holders. You have no, like, this is what makes a very good asset. I can't delve too deep into it, without giving away a lot of alpha, but this is what people look for. Massive holders, massive numbers, and then you have it's tokenized now, you can kind of guess what happens, right? So I don't know, this is good alpha, and it's been going on, it's been like you said, it's been shared last year. This is many months in the making, so you can expect a lot of good things from it.
Yep. And once it starts to get super popular, you'll be able to find arbitrage opportunities, and I'm sure they already exist. But yeah, so there's a question from Mike Bennett. He says, what will happen to bitmaps if we don't? Nothing. These are for the bitmaps that have been bridged over to Merlin chain. Bitmaps are still going to bitmap. This is just one aspect of the whole bitmap ecosystem, is the tokenized version of it. So, you have to think about it like this, right? So if you're taking bitmaps out of the secondary market and converting it to the bitmap token, and the bitmap tokens being traded on decentralized exchanges, that's good for the floor price of bitmaps, right? And then you can go backwards too. So if you have 10,000 bitmap tokens, you can convert it back to a bitmap. So you can go both ways. There's no issue with this. I think for me, looking at it, it just actually gives more utility to bitmaps, because now whales can come in and trade bitmaps via bitmap token instead of trying to sweep and taking that long process on Magic Eden.
Yeah, and basically it also means you have two sides. You have tokens, and then you have the bitmap inscriptions. So you can play this either way. And I would say when you have more bitmap tokens, that means less bitmap supply. So demand and supply, and then vice versa as well. So it's really a very I would say a great way. I can't stress innovation with Jeff, from bitmaps, the bitmap game, and then even to a Merlin chain, first Bitcoin layer 2. So, and then now with Telegram, with TikTok, he just has a very good direction with these.
Yep. And they asked, they said, Mike said, oh, you can switch, you can revert back to it. Yeah. You can just hit the 2 arrows there, and you just switch to have bitmap token on top. So yeah, you can
What's
go.
the conversion? Did you guys say it? 1,000 or 10,000?
It's 10,000 bitmap tokens for 1 bitmap,
10,000.
correct? Yeah.
10,000. Okay.
10,000,
I wasn't sure.
Yep.
Tokens.
So that's really cool. Well, Mr. J, it's been another. We have exactly 420 people in here, by the way. I think that's not coincidence. I don't know. We'll see. But, definitely appreciate you always attending and joining us. Any last words that you have for the audience and community here?
Let's fucking go and make Bitcoin fun again.
Let's go.
I love make Bitcoin fun again, baby. I haven't had this much fun in Bitcoin since March, or maybe even February. So it's been fun.
For sure, 100%. By the way, I want to say this comment because you were saying that we went through a lot of hard times with Bitcoin over the past almost 2 years that we've known each other. I agree with you. And when me and Shizzy first started doing our podcast, we would write down what we would guess Bitcoin would be that next week. And I think my guess was 26,000 at that time, and his guess was like 23. So we've come.
I have it written down.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see
you
it.
can't see it. You can't see it.
But can you see it?
Yeah,
I
it's
can
like
see it.
for
I can see
26.
it.
This is when we first started podcasting. This is what our guess was for the following week. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, and that was
Oh my
early 2023, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, but
You guys should do a time lapse of these notes, man. Like how we kind of
we don't want to do a time lapse of the videos though, because it's
They're so bad.
It's hard to watch our skill set back then, but hey,
We've
that's
gotten
what happens.
a lot better.
Yeah, you get a lot better with time. But anyways,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
always, thank you so much, Mr. J, and we look forward to next week hanging out with you.
See you, buddy.
see ya.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
I love Mr. J. He absolutely amazing person. I can't wait to meet him in person. You're lucky enough to meet him in person. I can't wait. That next chance that I get, I'm definitely taking it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hang out a long time because we had to do the Foxy stream. But super cool guy. We've known him for like you said, almost 2 years, and has been an OG in the space and stuff.
Yeah.
So very knowledgeable. And now he's a co-founder. Man, I'm proud of him because he's doing. And it's for a project that's not. It's technically like not easy, you know. So he obviously has a talented dev team and stuff, but he is a part of that innovation. I can't wait to see the mini app, but we still got one person left for you guys, and he's a special treat. You guys know who he is. He is a part of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and he is always a fun time. Let's bring him up, Mr. Fonzie from Ordinal Hive. What up?
GM Jam boys, I'm so excited. We get to talk about bitmap. We get to talk about like Bitcoin. We're talking about child labor farming. This show has it all.
It has everything today, baby.
Yeah,
You're going in every part of the degen aspect of the world.
exactly. You see, the play is you ask your kid to kind of like do a task. You reward them with like some tokens, Bitcoin, and then you
Ice
tax
cream.
them. Ice cream, exactly.
I
And
keep
you
the
tax
tokens.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He wants to keep the Bitcoin.
Exactly. You tax them after. Be like, but you're teaching them like how the world works, right? The government going to tax you, so you gotta get ready for that there. But yeah, no, how are you guys doing? Super excited. Like I think Shizzy was like the boardroom was postponed. I don't think so, Shizzy. I think you're wrong. I think it's
Well, no, my I was postponed until Trump won.
oh that's right.
That was the thing. I everyone's saying October. I was like, I don't think so. I think it's Sidetober, and it's kind of what we got towards the end.
Yeah.
But
Nah, we got Uptober.
did we? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it to
In
it.
the-
We had
in the middle.
October, and now we're getting Uptember, and then up December,
This is really
up
up.
January, up February. We have the Pig Latin now. We're starting our own language.
Yeah.
Just put up in front of it.
We're about to crack 85.
Wait, are we doing this like? Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, we're right there, man. We are right there. Like 84,988 is what I'm seeing, and it keeps going back and forth. 998. It wants to crack it, man. But from a builder like yourself, you're entrenched with the the builder community, with the Bitcoin ecosystem, and so you get to see a lot of different sides. You get to see the Merlin builders, which is Bitcoin layer 2 / sidechain, however you want to call it, and then you have the layer 1 ecosystem of builders. It just cracked 85 on my graph. But anyhow, how's everybody feeling right now? Obviously, I imagine like ecstatic. How are you feeling? How's everybody else feeling that you talk to?
Super ecstatic, super happy. I think we spoke about this like a while back in the show as well. Even between all of us, a conversation where like most of the building happens in a bear market, and it's like during a bull run where you see that sort of come to fruition, come to light. And so a lot of it are still like heads down building, like kind of building faster and getting specific things done a lot quicker. So I think it's just really a good time to sort of not only have a product out there that sort of benefits the eco as a whole, but also like kind of make something happen in terms of the experience, the infra side, and just really the onboarding process onto Bitcoin, right? I know DevCon is mostly Ethereum, but like I think from what I'm hearing is a lot of people there are quite bullish on the Bitcoin eco, right? Talking about Bitcoin, especially with the new highs.
Go.
Yeah, so eventually it's a good play, and from the trading aspect too, like we're seeing that play out too, like billion dollar cat was like a great example of that. Like those are leverage plays on Bitcoin, right? So it's like you have those options there. Quite excited about Bitmap. I think Bitmap is an OG. It's always been super undervalued like this past year and so forth. And I'm not saying from my perspective, but I think just as a whole perspective, like it's one of the OG's communities out there, right? I think it's like even a sort of counterpart to Dog, right? For instance. So yeah, I think what's happening is quite exciting, and there's just so much to like look forward to. And from the builder's perspective, I think for us it's like much more exciting just because we get to showcase like what we built to everyone out there, and kind of like help this next run up and even onboard people as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You guys have been kind of you built initially on Merlin layer 2, and then you've focused as of late a little bit more on layer 1, which is completely understandable because you got to have that foundation for layer 1. I feel like.
Yeah.
How has that been for you guys? Like the layer 1 build out process?
Yeah, so for layer 1, it's been very positive actually. We've averaged like 2,000, daily or weekly users, right? And so like the idea is to leverage that and also like bring that to their eco on Merlin chain itself. And so there's different plays we're thinking about. Just talking to Mr. J back and as well, like kind of getting the objective up and running, especially Merlin chain. Like Merlin tokens do pretty well, right? It's very positive. I think when you start seeing a substantial amount of traffic and congestion on the Bitcoin, which will happen again, you'll start seeing these L2s being used, right? And so we're positioned for both plays, and I think it's a really positive signal. And yeah, for the L1, we still have one final big build that we're working on that we're finalizing. It should be done in November time, so that's quite exciting. So get ready for that. For people who've been using the platform so far, there's something else we're going to be start having our dashboard so you can like refer people, get points that way too. And there's also a sense for you to list assets on the platform. So stay tuned for that there. And then for the L2 side of stuff, those who have your assets on the L2 Merlin side of stuff, like there's something that we also plan to kick for you guys. So definitely don't want to miss that out. And I think at the end of it, it's just like it's a really good time to specifically be on Bitcoin. And I'm not a maxi per se in any way, shape, or form, but I am a realist. And I think when it comes down to it, like you're gonna have all these chains come back to Bitcoin, right, in some form or another. So I think for that, like Merlin chain is well positioned for that. L1 assets are well positioned for that. And just all of us like kind of in a good spot to be in. So yeah, like keeping yourself sane for sure is one of the objectives in the next run.
100%.
Yeah, man. I had someone reach out to me over the last couple of days like, yo, I'm trying to play on Ordinal Hive, but I'm not whitelisted. And I found the beta.ordinalhive.io, and I was like, I don't think it's a problem, but he was having an issue with that. Are you going to be opening this up to everyone soon?
Yeah. So we'll be opening up. Send me your address. Like send like any specific person you want. Like just send me your address. We will have a dashboard where we're giving out referral codes for that. The reason why it's not opened yet is we want first kind of we're testing the specific builds within the people. Kind of stress testing the builds and stuff within the specific people we have on there. Once we have like the sort of the L1 stuff and even the mempool aggregation that we spoke about and all cool stuff, like we'll feel more comfortable releasing that product as a whole. And then there's another build to add to that, which when we launch, I'll discuss what it is. I'll give you some alpha, but some cool feature that I think you guys will definitely enjoy. Limits. So I think a lot of it comes down to just really like focusing on that build. But yeah, anyone who wants access to it, kind of reach out to us. More than happy to give it access. And for the next, I think next week we'll have a specific referral program, so like you'll be able to get referral codes and kind of check out the platform yourselves as well.
Amazing. So I'll get a referral code, and anyone use that code can get on immediately.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get points for that too.
Okay.
So you'll
even better.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
Because
it'll be a dashboard.
Yeah, and it encourages people to get others on, right? So
yeah, it's kind of like what Clubhouse did, right? Where you couldn't get on without knowing somebody, and kind of in the beginning it was kind of like repeating that way. Everyone had like, and I think it was Friend Tech did the same thing, to where you had to invite 2 people and you couldn't get in without one of those invite codes and stuff like that. I love that idea.
Yeah. And then again, like all of it is leveraging that sort of eco community itself, and kind of like using it within the Ordinal Hive eco, and it's about aggregating top layer, base layer, and kind of like having a better like overall training experience.
Yep. You mentioned about the leverage plays, and I think that not a lot of people are thinking about that right now, but there are some experienced Ethereum people and crypto Twitter people that have been around a couple of cycles, and they're probably, if you've looked at the runes ecosystem, there's a couple plays that have solid foundations that have jumped up, and then the rest of the runes ecosystem's kind of stagnant right now. But I think that's what those leverage plays are, because people coming from Ethereum are like, I want exposure, but I don't want exposure on like something that doesn't have a solid foundation. So they're getting into $1 billion cat, they're getting into pups, they're getting into Doggo to the Moon. Eventually, once that cycle comes up, then like there's more people over here because they've made money, then that's whenever I think some of those other more risky plays start to come up too. But that's a great point. And I wasn't even really thinking about that, because like when I think about leverage plays, I think about more of like, you know, Merlin coin token or stacks or even FB. Those are hardcore leverage because it's their chains. But even the layer 1 assets are leverage plays.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think even it's interesting too, because like Bitcoin runs up and people will question like, why is there no volume on ordinals or runes, or like why isn't runes or ordinals going up? You know, I mean, some of them are, but not all of them. But the idea is like it rotates, right? You like rotate that liquidity over to, you know, ordinals runes after, which is my thesis in every other chain. But like there's going to be a Bitcoin run up first, and then that actual liquidity is going to come over to the other assets. And you know, you'll see the price even like right now is like 2 times, 3 times, but like it'll be like 10, 20, 30 times, right? When that sort of rotates. So yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting to see. And like that's like the first kind of like organic like leverage we've seen on Bitcoin. So just any assets is a leverage play at this point. And it's I think a much more fruitful play if you play it correctly, which is not financial advice. Although Shizzy, I think you had a great financial advice a couple of weeks back. You should have told to buy.
What was that? I'm sorry.
What was it? What was his advice?
It was Bitmap, right? The Bitmap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Our good friend hit me up and he was like, guys, I'm thinking about going pretty hard in the bitmap token. And I was like, don't do that, bro. Highly regret that. I hope he didn't listen to me and did it anyway.
Is this BNP or is it a different Bitmap token?
This is the bitmap token. This is the token. This is the Jeff one that from
gotcha.
Unicross.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
there's a lot of plans for that one, I think. So that could be a huge, actually opposite of leverage. I think you pull up bitmap, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. So what are you most excited about next for Ordinal Hive?
Yeah, so I think this next build is very, very exciting. I think this build like will fundamentally like allow us to do the same thing we plan on doing on the L2, but just on L1. Granted, we're working with like mempool data, we're working with like the block times. There's a couple of things that we have lined up cooking too. I think another interesting thing to kind of look at the ecosystem is that these miners are like market makers, right? So like a lot of the miners is quite crucial having partnerships with the miners and kind of doing stuff with them. So that's something down the road that I also look forward to, and I think kind of jumpstarting that early on is very important, which we did like a couple months back. So yeah, I think you'll start seeing much more of a robust ecosystem. And when I say robust, I mean like a much more, a much better experience in general overall. That's sort of akin to Ethereum. That's akin to like Solana. I think next year you'll have instead of DevCon, you'll have BitCon, right? In Thailand. And I think people will be kind of like asking, sort of like the smart contracts. Asking questions on like how to like build better products on Bitcoin and stuff like that, which is always a good sign. But yeah, I think for us, like capitalizing on that there, next couple of builds too, having our official launch, opening up to more individuals, more people, and just having you guys see what we've been building for like last couple of months, right? Which is always exciting. So yeah, I think really long road ahead, but super excited to be part of that journey, which is also part of like the fun too.
Yeah. So what's the roadmap kind of look like for people? Do you think you guys will be Q1 of next year being full rolled out?
So I think we'll actually we'll probably do like November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's soon. It's like soon.
Yeah. Very soon. And I know be continuous updates, right? But like we'll kind of like hash out our sort of documentations, our official roadmap, so you guys can take a look at that. And even like roadmap is good. Like I think for us, our model has been we just build it, right? At the end, we just build it. Like we know what to build ourselves and like how to do it and kind of integration process, all that cool stuff. So I think a lot of it is just we build as we go, and we have a clear, concise like future vision for the protocol itself. But it's sort of like kind of making sure we do it. And but we built this super fast. Like I don't think like it normally takes like 4 months to build what we built it. We've done like in 2 months or like 1 month, right? And the reason why I always tell my devs like how long it's gonna take, can we cut that in half? How can we do it in half, right? How can we make sure we build faster? So that's kind of the culture like we develop here at Ordinal Hive. And so the idea is like kind of like building things people actually want to use and helps them like, their performance, portfolio, trading experience, and so forth.
I just feel bad for McDur. You have him chained up somewhere.
No,
Devin doing this. I'm just kidding. I know you probably you're one of those guys. So he's putting in a lot of work. You're grinding right there with him, and that's one reason why I'm definitely bullish on you guys, man. You and McDur, definitely a great combination.
Yeah. Like I think it's culture. Like at the same time, like I always preach this, like have fun doing it, right? Don't make it like, have a good time, like, take some time to touch grass, like go hang out, go like travel or go like, kind of go to the ocean if you're in the East Coast, West Coast, or do something like that, right? Like definitely want to like not always overwork yourself because it's bad. I think you'll definitely burn out, but there's a very fair balance that even myself I had to like kind of learn. But yeah, like overall, the culture is like we're all excited for this, and we just can't wait for like the next coming months for Ordinal Hive.
The time
Let's
is
go.
now, baby. The time is now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, final. Go ahead.
John Cena. I was gonna say John Cena. The time is now. Can't see me.
You can't see me.
So final statement for the audience.
Yeah, guys, Bitcoin is going to a mill.
Let's go.
Hey, you're more bullish than me. I'm 700K. I'm not bullish enough.
Might as well be a mill. If it's 700K, might as well be a mill. I think.
But that's what everyone thought last time. They said 100K
True.
and it went to 69,420. I'm thinking we get 69,420 again. Just at a high.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty bullish too if it happens. We'll see. Hey, if Trump gets rid of like that Fed chair and like kind of does something there, maybe we can see those results. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens on political level. Like I think the market reacted the way we thought it would with him. So I'm not surprised by that. But yeah, maybe 700,000 is not too far rich. I think 1 mil is quite bullish.
It's only a 8x from here, bro. It's not that hard.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
at
only trillions
84,000
of dollars.
8x is huge. At 84,000, but yeah,
Hey,
we'll see.
Think about it. It's only like $7 trillion. I mean, we have that, right?
That's
we're in debt at 35 trillion. What's another 7 trillion?
I hear America is gonna buy our bags. That's what I hear.
Yeah,
for the reserve. So
the stockpile.
Exactly.
throw some ordinals in there.
I'm down.
But awesome, man. Another awesome segment of Merlin Mondays, and of course, we love having you on our show as always. It's amazing. Fonzie is definitely, an OG in the space, so we appreciate you, sir, and we look forward to Ordinal Hive's next moves, and once it rolls out in November.
Let's do it. Awesome. And send Hive, boys. Send Hive.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.
Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye.
See you, buddy. Dude, my cheeks hurt every time we talk to him. Like it's always a huge laugh. He's always amazing.
I mean, he's
absolutely amazing.
Absolutely positive guy. I cannot imagine him having a shit day because he won't let us know. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way we'd know. We'd be like, "Are you having a shit day?" And he's like, "No, man. Like everything's bullish. I love it. I love you guys. This is awesome." And I love that energy.
Yeah, his shit day. He's just laying on his bed throwing like a tennis ball at the ceiling. Like that's how I think that's his bad day, right? That's how he shows his emotion. I think. But shout out to that guy.
Yep, for sure. And shout out to all 447 of you that hung out today and learned today. That's the one thing that we hope for over everything is that you guys can at least like pull something out of our live stream or pre-records or something that you can learn that's new. And you guys are here. You guys are attending. And so you're still a little early, Bitcoin is at 84,000, but a lot of you guys have been watching for a long time. So just to get super locked in is what I would say. And, be ready because I think we're going to be having some exciting times coming up. That's for sure.
I agree 100%.
Yep. All right. Also, if you wouldn't mind if you have some extra time, just check out our partners as well. That would help us out a ton. BetBTC is a predictions market, the predictions market of the Bitcoin ecosystem. They utilize ICP technology along with Bitcoin technology for you to be able to place bets on betbtc.win. You can utilize your X1st wallet and deposit directly from your X1st wallet. And you can take a bet on will DOG go to the moon, get listed on a tier 1 centralized exchange before end of year, or other Bitcoin centric bets as well. And there's also mainstream bets on there as well. So check it out. Right now, you earn points for just creating an account. You earn points. We're going to put out a list of things you can do to earn points, but you guys know what happens with points and a new platform. So get excited, earn those points. BitPerp is a perpetual leverage DEX. So you want to trade leverage in the Bitcoin ecosystem, BitPerp is your place. Bitperp.io, you can attend or participate, I should say, in their paper trading competition right now. We got probably about another 3 weeks for this competition to go on, but the highest P&L wins 100,000 BTP token.
BTP.
So valued roughly around between 6 and 10K, I believe, USD. But that's not official, but that's kind of the estimate I got. And so all you got to do is go to their website, connect your MetaMask, and it will already automatically connect the RPCs for BitLayer, B Squared, and CoreDAO. You do have to manually select which one you want to connect, but RPC information is already there for you. So it's very simple. And then you claim your 10,000 paper USDT and you start trading. So that's all you got to do. They are going to have a lot of runes, is what we're hearing, once they go live, and some other Bitcoin Layer 1 assets. So check these guys out. They are building the next greatest or the greatest perp stacks in the Bitcoin ecosystem. And then Ordinal Hive, you just heard from Fonzie. Those guys are building on Layer 1 and Layer 2 with Merlin chain. Earn points is what I'll say. List, buy, and sell. You earn points by just listing. So it's kind of going to be something similar to Blur. So remember what they did with their points. So that's what Ordinal Hive is kind of planning to do with their points as well, but you can earn them easily. So go mess around with the site. If you want to get whitelisted right now, like you heard him say, just reach out to their team and say, give them your address to be added, and then you can start earning right away. They're going to roll out the main net sometime in November is what he just said. So look out for those guys. Next up is Foxy. They're building the Bitverse in the Tap ecosystem on Bitcoin Layer 1, as well as Clan Wars. And we have an exciting announcement for you guys coming up, not right now. Tomorrow we'll actually have a new segment. We are no longer doing Tap Tuesdays, but we have Foxy Tuesdays, which will be showcasing their updates as well. But guys, they have amazing assets in the Bitverse and Clan Wars. So, the lightsaber, if you have a bit miner, if you minted one or purchased one on secondary, you will be able to claim a lightsaber and use that in the Clan Wars first-person shooter game. So we'll get instructions on how to do that for you guys. Tomorrow we'll try to ask them. I don't know if they're going to be ready for that, but we saw the lightsaber is amazing. We saw in action. They have a video. So tomorrow we'll showcase more of that stuff. So check those guys out at Foxy. And if you need a bit miner, go to Mscribe. You can still mint them. I think there's a couple left. You can actually earn real assets. Shizzy's going to be able to earn, I believe, Dog Go to the Moon very soon. The Cosmic ones earned USDT, Solana, and the Tap token. So those are two very good assets to earn. So you can get your bit miner if you want one, if you're interested, at Mscribe. And then Fluid tokens are building on Bitcoin Layer 1. They are huge innovators that came from Cardano, so they're experienced UTXO devs, and that's why they came out with the very first staking protocol on Bitcoin Layer 1, guys. There's 12 million DOG currently staked. You can stake your DOG, go to the moon to earn more DOG, go to the moon, and Memento Mori token. And so I think there's still time. I think there's probably like 20 days, 19 days left for you to stake if you would like to, but check those guys out. And then also they have a runes DEX that you can swap your runes. They split up the runes for you over there and make it very easy. So check that out if you're interested in swapping runes as well. And then finally, guys, Merlin Mondays. We're going to talk about Merlin here. They're #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocol. So if you are a builder on Bitcoin Layer 1 and you want your protocol to be a bit more flexible, reach out to Merlin Chain's team. you can earn a grant. And also they have amazing builder support there. If you're a user and you just want to trade runes, Doggo to Moon, make it faster, like on a swap, you can do it on Merlin swap on Merlin chain as well. If you need to get connected with Jeff and his team for the builder grant, reach out to us if you can't get in contact with them. But we thank you guys so much for checking out our partners.
Yeah, thank you guys. Real quick, there's one question here. The bitmaps you get back are random.
Yes.
So don't put in a 3 or 4 digit. Kai FX says, okay, and then we have another question. So I have a daughter who does YouTube game videos, and I'm thinking what in our ecosystem is fun and interesting enough to interest general public. Yeah, that's we can kind of get into that in another day, another subject. And then he says, what is out there being in the normal people in our lives? I wanted to get involved. That's a really good question. I'll dig into that over the next couple of days, and we'll have a topic on the show, definitely.
And once the 12 mini apps get released, we'll go over each and every one of those, and I'm sure there's going to be some of those in there.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a tutorial on each one and kind of teach you how to do it so you can kind of teach your kids if you want to get them involved. But guys, if you wouldn't mind checking out ordinalrevolution.com, we have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone just entering the space, send them our website. We really feel like it can help them get started and get caught up to what's going on today. And if you guys need a VPN, I think everyone should be having a VPN. Use Nord. It's my personal favorite. I put it to Switzerland. So when you go to a site and they don't allow you to use your site, it is not your country. It is not illegal to use it. It is them. But don't let them geo block you. You can use a VPN. It is very legal. You can use ours right here. And if you guys are going to Bitcoin 2025 Las Vegas, we will both be there. It's going to be fun and exciting. But do not wait to get your tickets next year. It seems like these tickets go up every Friday, so definitely get them as soon as possible. Click our link here, and you guys can get them. If you guys are interested in merch, we have some of the best merch in all of Ordinals, in all of crypto, in my opinion. But click our store tab. This takes you to our third-party service. This is all done through the third party. We do not know your address. We do not know your name. It just goes right to you. We just supply the amazing logos that we have. So check out our merch store. It really helps the show. And guys, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. UTC. So check us out all week, guys. We really appreciate every single one of you, man. 446 people. Thank you, every single one. And on that note, peace.
We OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro.
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.